So, YouTube, I'm planning to bottle second ferment with brewer's yeast kombucha. So, I have cooled down bottles that I sanitize in the oven at approximately 130 degrees at least 20 minutes, probably longer. Let them cool down in there as well. So I'm hoping that's all right. I don't really like spraying chemicals, but I'm going to do that. I didn't wash them very well. Well, I've had a deja vu now. So, when I flavour my kombucha in the second ferment, which is usually straight from the first ferment into bottles, I add cordial that I've made myself from fruit that I've grown, mainly plum. That this time I bought some passion fruit and vanilla cordial. I just want to check out how much sugar is in it. 1 part syrup to 6 parts water. Sugar, passion fruit concentrate, 2% food acid, citric acid, natural flavours, preservative, 202.223. I should really check out what they are. Natural sweetener, 960. What's that? Natural colour, carrot concentrate, safflower extract. Suitable for vegans, contains sulfites. It's been carbonating okay for me. I will use a funnel. Not that drawer. This drawer. And I'll spray some stuff. Sanitizer on it. When I bottle my second ferment after it's been in there, I don't usually sanitize to this extent. I just wash the bottles and refill them. I've got a siphon as well. I bought this a while ago and I washed it as best I could. I'm going to squirt some sanitizer down it as well. It's not made for kitchens, I don't believe. Got it from Bunnings. Unpaid. Oh, I could say it was paid, but I prefer not to. I don't like big chains. I used to work in a nursery and we were competitors with Bunnings. So there's a bit of a grudge. But they were nice to me when they fucked up. That was just one Bunnings store. And I don't usually check the pH, but I read that it should be between 2.5 and 3.5. I just checked my first brews, and they're about 3 and 4. So that's that there. When I'm ready, I'm a bit nervous because they're telling me that even could be carbonated. because it's a second ferment and it's got yeast. But I'll start with this. Passion fruit and vanilla cordial. 1.6. Well, I'm going to make it about that strong. Just probably 1 to 8, maybe. I'm all nervous that it's going to explode or that I'm going to get it everywhere with the siphoning. So I thought I'd put it on TV to make it an entertaining explosion. I don't even know how many I'm going to get, but I can just put some of the first in if I don't use it all. Don't worry, I've got more. I've been using these, but I think the carbonation explodes out of it. Or doesn't explode, just comes out of it. Leaks out, so it doesn't get that fizzy. Not like a flip top lid. Bloody flying insects. Get out of there, you bastard. It's a bit stronger, but oh well, shit happens. Could pour it out, but I'm not going to. Yes, baby. I discovered, I started this in spring, and it was a cool spring, and the yeast I've got, CL23, seems to like a temperature between 24 and 26, or 22 and 24, one of the two. So it's been in that bottle for quite some time, very slowly fermenting. In the sunlight as well, and they say don't do that because it kills the yeast. We'll see what happens. So this is the second ferment. I put a first ferment into this bottle and then added yeast to it and more sugar. I think added sugar, cordial, passion fruit. I'm going to use that as well. And I know it needs to be airtight. So they've got little holes that where you put the flip top lids in it, and I thought, put the holes in it. But supposedly they don't go all the way through. So it's got sticky tape around it. Anyway, I'm going to take this one out first. Is it going to explode? Do I see carbonation rising? I think I do. Might be just me jiggling it. That's just me jiggling it. Thankfully, there's the airlock with an ant in it. So I'm supposed to shake that. Got the cleanish top. I just do a bit of a squirt around on that. Oh, there we go. There's the ant coming out. He's still alive. No. So I just pop that back on. I keep stirring, but I'll just give it a bit of a shake around. And I suspect that's yeast. It's got dangly bits. Yeah, that's what happened. I didn't properly read how you're supposed to get your yeast into a slurry and then add it to your kombucha. I just poured it in, I believe. Now it's fucking bubbling. I want to mix the yeast up so it ferments evenly in the container. And I don't think I've got anything other than this that's going to stir it around. And this sinks to the bottom, I think. Well, it might be a bit of a slow process. Oh, there's a big chunk of it. Hello. Well, I don't want that in the bottle. Particularly, but it's helping me stir. Oh. So I thought I killed the yeast by putting it in hot water. So I must have made a slurry. Should really write down my process, shouldn't I? So I thought I killed it. So I added the rest of the packet when I was only supposed to use half a packet. And that's yeast. So that's what I want to do, is measure the alcohol content as well. Just pop you over there for the moment. I can put you down there. I just get the alcohol. Yeah, not that I know how to use it. You know, I sort of know that you put some in there and it floats it. So I'll pop that there if I don't shake it off the table. Wash my hands again because it was a bit dusty. Am I stalling, am I? Maybe I am. Look at it all settling. I know, I wasn't finished stirring it anyway. That's washed hands. No, touch it. Yeah, no, it's not that bad. Get this little blighter, this back going. Smells a bit ciderish, I suppose you could say. Then, there's my funnel. There, I have to suck on it. Never done this before. Well, tastes kind of like cider. I just can't get it. It's floating? Yeah. Whoop. What's the reading? 10. Whatever that means. 10 proof, maybe. Whatever that means. I feel drunk already. Yes, baby. Maybe I'll put it on the fridge. I'll just hold this down there like that. Nice little stream coming out. One down. Woo. Well, that's beautiful. Good for you. Yeah. Messy job, but someone's got to do it. I didn't make the passion fruit cordial. No, I bought that. I hadn't had passion fruit for a season, 2 seasons now, I think. I might get some this season. Seems to be coming back alive. Got some sort of disease. Virus, I think. Yep, Abby. What's going on? None of section. I like it. Well, this will be in the summer then, I think. I work this squatting business. Let's fill that up with a bit of first ferment kombucha. Now, yes, I will leave a note on it. My lids can't go in the oven, so they get boiled. And I go like that. Anyway. Like that. Touch that. What an absolute twitter. Oh, yeah. These bottles I collected from drinking beer. My local beer shop, bottle shop, sold them cheap. It's all right beer. It's called Jev. I can't quite see all the label over there. I'll show you after I do this. find it at your local. If you want flip top lids and a drink of beer to go with it. I have subsequently bought some. These are only 500 ml. The ones I bought are $7.50. I was using the dollar ones from Kmart and Spotlight, but they were letting the carbonation out. And I did use some square bottles that I bought. I bought them mainly to make syrup syrup I'm going to make, which is not going to be fermented. But I put kombucha in them, didn't I? And they all exploded. Don't use square bottles. Lift it up. Push it around. Get on that a little bit. I haven't taken any of them. That's it, the first one. Difference between these lids and the lids from the dollar bottles of Kmart and Spotlight is that this must be stainless steel and theirs must be aluminium, because when it's left in water it leaches out something in the cheap cold Spotlight and Kmart bottles. So I don't recommend them unless you're just making a cordial. That's fine. You can see all right. I haven't even checked. You didn't see me siphoning much there either, did you? Oh, poor, what's it called? YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. You know, I need to get my camera work up to scratch. I'm usually just reading or uploading. You see that all right? There's another lid. What's that? Yes, pussycat. Just the water for you. Just remember, they've been boiling for at least 10 minutes. That was last night, and they've been sitting in that water. It's probably not the best environment. It might be quite sterile. I don't know how vigorously you need to shake them. Just mixing it all up. I might, what do you reckon? Put that back in one of the kombuchas. It's going to make it alcoholic. I don't necessarily want it to be. So what'd I get? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 9.5. There's probably enough in there if I poured it in the going to. And I use this one because I think it's more done. This got the old lid on. so. And then I'll just pour some in here. Yes, I'm going to bottle that one today. I'll do the litmus test on that, eh? So this one's good of first ferment. So my very extravagant labels, what is it called? CL23 and passion fruit. I did go CL23, is that right? And passion fruit. I did make extravagant labels when I first bottled, like so. That just uses up too much paper and too much ink. Today's the 17th, isn't it? Set for cut another one. Imagine. Now they're very little labels. See how much I can get out of one piece of paper. And sticky tape. Scotch guard, and it breaks. I didn't buy it for its label though. I bought it because it's probably the only one there. Oh, that's annoying me. Where's the little dilly dolly? There it is. See, just broke the fucking hell. It's Scotch guard. It's supposed to be good quality, isn't it? You bastard. All right, mate. There's that one. Bottles. It's going to have to go in my cabinet. Little clackings. Aggie. Four down. Here's my paper. Under here. It's my pen. CL23. Not L. CL23 and 17 first. Passion first. First. Well, I'm going to have to say, I don't know, how do you read that? Another 4. Written 10 next to it, so I know it's 10%. Should check the pH now. Put there on it. Yeah. Very little pasta. Yeah. That down there line. Stop swearing, you down. Not good for the soul. It's great for the soul. I do not endorse Scotch tape, packing tape. I do not. make it a bit of noise. I've had it since 7, which was around a long time ago. We got 2 left. 1. So we got CL23 17 passion fruit, and look, I said a horn is right. These have to go to there. No room in there. No room here either. How do I want more? Get some more drinking happening, eh? That's a good idea. only 2 tones in the bottle. Remove a 10 bottle, sit on the fridge. No, that's not how it goes. And so I'm going to pour out that into a glass of kombucha and have a bit of an alcoholic drink. This kombucha didn't fizz very well on the first run. So I left it out of the fridge a bit. I didn't put any more kombucha in it. So it might not have stored up enough carbonation to get in there. But it was all right to begin with. That's all right. This is raspberry. From homemade raspberries. What do you reckon, half and half? Oops. There's a bit there, not have that. I'm a little tip hot, short and spelled. You can't see what I'm doing. Whoops. Is that it? This is called a carboy. I don't really want that big chunk in there. I might just get a little plastic funnel. Not a funnel. A thingy. You know those thingies? Strainer. Reverse it for my shoe. Well, I got no room to rinse it. Litmus paper. Witness paper. What do you feel alcohol affected? Where is that? What did I do with that? It's in there. There it is. I think I can put it in the light. Might be better. Looks about 4, maybe 4.5. What is that anyway? They go in the compost, all right? I don't think so. Right. I'll just move that over there. 10% of the style. Oh, look at that. Put it in there. You reckon I could reuse it? No. It's got legs. And it knows how to use them. It's got legs. There we go. 22nd of the 10th, 20. That's when I did that. First time I saw the date today. Anyway, so there's a little umbrella in there, don't you think? I know. Do a bit more of this, I think. It's got legs. I'm going to give it a swish around with the old teaspoon. Get the snotty bits out. So we come to the surface quickly. That's better. Much better. Just that little bit more sweetness, mate. That's of the alcohol flavour. Cheers. That was a chewy piece. But that's all right. I can handle it. Wasn't a big chunk. Well, there you go. That took me 57 minutes and 34 seconds.